So, I went to Korea, and this was my first time really seeing Korea outside of my grandma's house. Me and my mom stayed there for about a month because I really wanted to learn more about my roots, my family, and see the environment that my mother grew up in. I went to Korea a couple of times before this, but it was always only for a week, and I never really had the chance to properly see Korea and learn about its culture. I met some of my cousins for the first time and was touched by everyone's kindness. I learned a lot about my mom and where her habits came from. So it was interesting and also heartbreaking because I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. Well, I guess a lot of third culture kids feel this way. First off, we went to a market. Whenever I go to a market, that's when I truly feel like, I've come to Korea. It's always so vibrant with different colors and smell of countless amazing dishes, and there's always this hustle and bustle culture going on there. I personally feel like it represents a big part of Korean culture in such a small space. So we got tteokbokki and fish sticks and some fried goods. It was amazing. This is my mom and me, hi! And next up, I went to see my cousin. He's a national player on the Korean lacrosse team, so inspiring and so hardworking. I'm always amazed by how many advertisements there are on a single building. And we got some fruits to see my uncle's family and got some goodies. We spent some time with the family, my uncle and my aunts took us to someplace nice, and we wandered around for the day. My uncle took me and his family to visit the countryside. This was where my aunt grew up, and she kindly invited me to visit her hometown, and it was such a nice experience because this was my first time seeing the countryside of Korea. She always said that living in the countryside is hard work and requires a lot of effort, as people have to grow their own vegetables and harvest their crops. I could understand that, but I wouldn't mind living in a place surrounded by such rich greenery and fresh air. My uncle showed me around and we took a long walk. It was so fun and peaceful even if it was raining. It reminded me of Totoro from Ghibli. My uncle was there in the hospital when I was born in Japan, and we used to play together a lot when I was a kid. That's why I feel the most comfortable with him when I'm in Korea. I feel less alone. I think he knew I felt like that. And I think that's why he offered to show me around the place, since he knew I loved nature, and I tried clam digging for the first time. I kept running around everywhere, so my uncle had to follow me and fill in the unnecessary holes that I made. It was so fun.
田舎本よ。じゃあまた次の映像で。
Then I went to Minsokjeong, a place where I could visit my mother's childhood. It's a Korean folk village, and you can actually walk around and see how people used to live in the old days. It was interesting learning about my roots and the history. It was just a wonderful way to spend the day and learn more about the Korean culture, and there were lots of live performances and music going on too. My mom told me so many stories of our childhood. And of course, we had kimchi-jang. It was so good with crunchy batter and nicely fermented kimchi. This is me telling my mom how good it is. My mom said these houses were just like her grandfather's when she used to visit there, and told me how she was surrounded by nature while also missing her mother, waiting for her to come back from working in Seoul. Then there was a huge bee. Apparently, they used to squish things with this. My mom was like, "Go work, Cinderella." I couldn't believe that my great-grandfather's house actually used to look like this. It looked like it was from a completely different time period. So, Korea, I hope someday I'll feel less foreign here. I used to come here only for document stuff, but it was really stressful. I remember crying on a bench wondering why I can't seem to belong anywhere, trying to smile through it, but it was hard. Especially when you're a teenager. Like Billy once said, emotions are all we know. But I am grateful for every experiences that I got in different places. And I also know that my experiences are nothing compared to that of my parents. They too said they don't have a home anymore. All what's left are memories and glimpses of what used to be there. My mom said Korea changed so much she can no longer see what it used to be like. So for this trip, I just cherished my time with the people I love. Look at the world through new eyes and tried to observe everything as much as I could and tried to live in the moment. Because no matter how you feel, life goes on and time moves on. So I just tried to make the best out of every experience. I remember when I first met my grandma. I think I was around 10. She felt so foreign to me because I couldn't see any similarity between me and my mom's family. And her house felt like a stranger's house. I remember tiptoeing because I didn't want to sound rude. But I hope to feel more familiar with Korea since I'm slowly learning the language and I'm going there once a year now. I just can't help but wish that I had some memories there, like my mom did. Something to hold on to. Something that felt like my home, even just a little bit. But I guess that chapter is yet to begin. So, thank you guys for watching and being on this journey with me, and see you next time.